What's up, y'all? AKOYE back, man. Shout out to J Tuck. Shout out to all the other content creators I bang with. Y'all know who y'all are, man. But without further ado, you'll see here, man. Carson, I did the film on Carson. I did it because we're asking who our corners are going to be this year, man. And I'll let the film speak for itself while I just do my little rant rendition here, man. But I like Carson as a player. I like he's young, he's aggressive, sometimes way too aggressive on those in breaking routes, and he's very good on in breaking routes, post patterns, digs, slants, anything going inside. I haven't seen him get beat too often on inside routes. It's the out routes that were killing him because once they set him up with those with his over aggression on those post patterns and in breaking routes, as you can see here, Coop got him on the out route, and I wouldn't give him too much trouble if he gets beat by Coop because Coop's a route runner, right? But he did pretty well against Coop, to be honest with you. But you see, they got him to be over aggressive on those in breaks, and he went out heavy on those, right? After they set him up, the Browns kind of destroyed his season because they set him up with those in breaking routes and made it so that people saw how good he was on these, right? And they said, all right, we're just not gonna throw the ball in there. We're gonna throw it outside. Yeah, and that's what they started doing to him. But you can see they set him up for these out routes. You see that early, right? And then from there, he never adjusted. And I don't mean just in this game. He hasn't adjusted all year to those out routes. And then when he actually does play one well, they'll hit him with a move on top of that move. So he's good upfield, good on in breaking routes, meaning he's a good in stat coverage playing over the top, but you can beat him with back shoulders. You can beat him on out breaking routes, comeback routes, anything like that because he's just not there yet. And I don't know what he's doing in the offseason, but one thing I notice is he's not the athlete that can play like a Trayvon Diggs, meaning you can kind of play lackadaisical a little bit and then accelerate because you have crazy catch up speed. His technique has to be perfect because he doesn't have that catch up speed. And if he does, his effort on film hasn't shown well enough for me to say he has that speed because that's another concern, his effort. When I say good, bad, and ugly, when it comes to ugly with Carson, it's his effort. I don't like his effort. You can see here on this cover two play, I want to just talk about this. You can see them setting him up. I show doubles of plays, right? Because you can see him play how he played the cover two the first time on that route, on that flood concept, and then they do it again. And now he plays it perfectly, but that's because there's pressure in the backfield. But you got to catch that, you know what I mean? But outside of these plays that you see on those in breaks, those are out breaking routes that he played okay with because he was in zone, right? And man, he's horrible when it comes to out breaking routes. You can see here that back shoulder got him there by Paris, I think that was. And then after that, he's watching back shoulder all night, and now he's hesitating. See, so now they set him up because they were watching that Browns film, watching how he likes to drive on everything short and backfield and back shoulder, right? That I've said backfield the whole time. Back shoulder. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty. Anyway, you see they set him up with that sluggo right there. Boom. Because he's thinking back shoulder now that they set him up with that, and then Smitty went over the top. Here AJ does the same thing. Boom, gives him a little stutter, set him up with the in breaking route and try to get over the top. It's just that he didn't get a well delivered ball. Hurts didn't get it there, but the concept was correct. The execution by the Eagles was not. They're going to do it again. Slug, their stutter, boom, and he hesitates off of every stutter, and it's not because he just doesn't trust what he sees, which he doesn't, but he also is very aggressive on anything short. And as long as he's doing that, he will always have this problem because every team that scouted him or that watched his film, they watched the fact that he doesn't close distance once he gets separated against. And he hesitates when you give him a little stutter after the release. So after the release, you give him a little stutter. Boop! Every time you give him a little stutter, he either has his hips locked or his feet are just hesitant. Like here, you look at him at the bottom of the screen. Boom! He hesitates and he's burnt. Almost every time. Hesitate and he's burnt. And then the effort there, like he's jogging after he gets burnt. This play right here was it. Like I could have kicked him off the team. Like if I was Parcells, I would have kicked him off the team like they did Anthony Ross, because there's no way D Law and number 51 should outrun a corner to the ball on this play. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Now if you don't catch him, cool. But why you jogging, bruh? I don't play them type of games. Get the fuck off my team. Now everything else I can live with. I can't live with lack of effort and intensity. If you a pussy or you play like one, excuse my French to everyone who doesn't like to curse. I'm sorry, I do. But if you're one of those guys that's a softy when it comes to aggression and tackling, I really don't like you very much. Now we talk about Trayvon Diggs, but he doesn't do this. Like this is just different. You know what I mean? So that's a good and bad and the ugly on him. Yeah, I think Carson, has to trust what he sees. He has to clean up that technique. Al Harris isn't here, but he has to clean it up because he can't hesitate and be a guy that's not a burner, right? Because you're not going to catch up. And I don't know what we do with him, but I do know this film was kind of ugly. You know what I mean? Talk to y'all soon. Peace.